Dudes and dudettes, geeks and gamers, and everyone in between, welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and sometimes mind-boggling side of tech available on the interwebs. I'm your captain, Ray McNeal. Coming up on the program today, a surgeon plans on transplanting a human head soon. I'll give you my first impressions of Star Trek Bridge Crew. It was awesome, by the way. And in this week's What The? Police bring a drunk Tasmanian man home, tuck him into bed, and then take selfies on his phone. All that and much more coming up on your weekly tech update next. Hi everyone, Edgy Bees, an augmented reality technology company, recently launched a new augmented reality mobile application that is compatible with DJI drones and brings much more usefulness to the platform, including the Phantom 3 drone, the Phantom 4, and the Mavic Pro. Developed using DJI's software development kit, the Drone Pre is the first ever AR mobile app created specifically for DJI's aerial platforms, allowing users, especially new drone pilots, to master their skills in a fun, safe and immersive way. The game is centered on flying the drone through a few virtual obstacles, obstacle course if you will, while collecting prizes and avoiding obstacles along the way. Drone pilots can compete over the best performance, points, and time for a coveted place in the high score leaderboard with other drone pilots from around the world. When we first came up with the idea for this app, we wanted to create a new experience for pilots, combining the joys of flying with the thrills of gamification. It's my kind of lingo. The Drone Pre AR app is really the first augmented reality social game designed specifically to do just that. In contrast with flight simulators, Drone Pre AR provides a much more immersive experience that combines virtual obstacles with real-life piloting skills. Key features of the Drone Pre app include solo and competitive modes. You can race against the clock to beat your previous score or compete with other users from around the world to make it into the leaderboard. There's a flight assistant and over 30 different obstacle courses with varying difficulties suitable for novice to experienced pilots. A social engagement aspect as well, allowing pilots to link their user IDs to their Facebook accounts and share their achievements with top-performing pilots appearing on the leaderboard. Similar to the DJI Go 4 app, the Drone Pre is a mobile app that can be downloaded to the user's smartphone. Once the drone, remote control, and mobile app are powered on and connected, the user will get the drone's camera view on their app. They can then select the course and start flying. The Drone Pre app is now available for download on the App Store and the Google Play Store. While Microsoft's HoloLens is the first augmented reality headset you can actually try, if you're a developer anyway, it's also pretty inaccessible thanks to its $3,000 price tag. Late last year, Stereolabs announced a potential solution in the form of Link. It's a mixed reality headset that will hopefully retail for less than $1,000. It offers a much wider field of view at 110 degrees and the ability to map a 3D space in real time, mostly thanks to the company's Z 3D camera that's embedded in the headset itself. Now, however, the company is announcing an even cheaper option that'll transform any VR headset into an AR one. The ZED Mini, or Z Mini. It's essentially a tiny version of the Z 3D camera. The idea with the Z Mini is that it's small enough that you can just slap it on top of an existing VR headset like the HTC Vive or Oculus Rift, and voila, you get an augmented reality headset without having to cough up thousands more. The Z Mini works in the same way that the Z does. It has two cameras that are designed to work like human eyes. Both versions have two 720p RGB sensors with the aforementioned 110 degrees field of view. The Z Mini uses Stereolab's unique depth sensing tech, which doesn't require external cameras or even sensors. The Z Mini connects via USB-C to the headset, then attaches via a compatible mount. This means that unlike Microsoft's HoloLens, which displays images onto translucent screens, or the mysterious Magic Leap, which projects them directly onto your eyeballs, think of this as seeing the world through a security camera rather than a window. We should also note that while the Oculus Rift and HTC Vive need to be tethered to a PC, the final consumer version of the Link headset will not. Still, Link is set to be priced close to $1,000 with a yet-to-be-disclosed launch date. The ZED Mini, however, is expected to ship in September for $349. The ZED Mini might not have the immersive experience of the Magic Leap or clarity of HoloLens, but right now, it's by far the cheapest and most accessible way to get into augmented reality. In this week's medical news, Tony Cueva Bravo, the Peruvian entrepreneur, suffers from hyperhidrosis. It's a condition that triggers excessive sweating, causing his hands to get frequently and uncomfortably moist. Hyperhidrosis can be off-putting and even embarrassing. So Bravo did what any enterprising 24-year-old would do. He rounded up a team to find a fix and build a product to address the solution. Meet the Hand Drop. It's a potential orange and white game changer that sits on your desk like a computer mouse would. Don't let the looks deceive you though. Unlike a mouse, the Hand Drop relies on a set of embedded electrodes under a flexible metal top plate. And just like every other bit of hardware these days, the Hand Drop, well, connects wirelessly to a smartphone app. However, this part is actually crucial. You'll need the Hand Drop app to define how intolerable your sweaty hands are, and to kick off the calibration that customizes the whole process for you. Once that's down, you'll have to sit through a session that lasts between 5 and 15 minutes, depending on the severity of your sweatiness. As you sit there and wait, you'll feel a series of electrical pulses of varying intensity meant to counteract the impulses in your nervous system that trigger sweating in the first place. Alas, you can only treat one hand at a time, but that doesn't seem like a huge drawback so far. After all, you can use the other hand to continue goofing around, and the Hand Drop's built-in battery means that you can continue the treatment just about anywhere. If that sounds like a serious process, you may be onto something. According to Bravo, the process is meant more for chronic hyperhidrosis sufferers who desperately want relief rather than those who deal with the occasional stage fright. Bravo, however, does say that about 3 sessions a week for a month are more than enough to dramatically reduce hand sweat, and continued use could lead to the end of sweaty palms altogether.